Have you noticed that your attention span is getting worse month by month and you'll feel exhausted by the end of the day, not doing anything productive? That is the number one threat to young men today, and no one is talking about it. Lately, I've noticed something, and every time I think about it, it makes my blood run cold. Young men are facing a silent epidemic, and it's not what you think. It's not drugs, it's not crime, and I'm not even talking about depression. It's digital addiction, and it's rewiring your brain. And I'm going to put it simply. Here's what's happening. Every time you pick up your phone, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. And it's that same brain chemical that is released when you take addictive drugs like cocaine or meth. But here's what makes it so much worse. Social media companies are hiring teams of neuroscientists who are specifically paid to make apps more addictive than any of these drugs. They know exactly what to do to hijack your reward system, and honestly, the results are devastating. Studies have shown that young men have the attention span of a literal goldfish. Only 8 seconds. They're spending 6 to 8 hours per day spending time on their screens. And all this is resulting in is lower grades, lower energy, and a struggle to focus on anything meaningful. But that isn't even the scariest part. The scariest part is that as a man, your brain doesn't stop developing until you're around 30 years old. We've got 11-year-olds addicted to their phones. And you don't think it's going to make a difference when you're still developing in your late teens, early 20s? During those years, you're supposed to be building skills, forming relationships, and laying the foundation for your future. But instead, your eyes are glued to a screen. Millions of young men are trapped. They're trapped in a loop of gaming, constantly scrolling, and consuming content that leaves them feeling drained and empty by the end of the day. It is a common reality for young men to be waking up in the morning feeling exhausted. After you've slept, you're already feeling exhausted. And that's why so many young men feel left behind. As a young man, you're procrastinating on the meaningful stuff. You're avoiding real world situations because you're anxious or feel underprepared. And every single day you wait, and your brain will become more wide for distraction and less focused on deep, meaningful work. Where will that leave you? Where will that leave your family and your country and the world? The question isn't whether this will destroy a generation of young men, because it can and it will if you let it. So the question is, will you be one of them?